Welcome to Beyond the Business, the podcast for high-achieving men who've built extraordinary careers and are now asking, what comes after the exit? Whether you've sold the company, stepped out of the spotlight, or are simply planning your next move, this show is for the man ready to live with intention. We explore how to thrive in your 60s, 70s, and beyond through candid conversations on health, relationships, reinvention, legacy, and purpose. Because when the business card is gone, you're not done. You're just getting started. This is Beyond the Business. What comes after the exit?
The ROI of proactive health. Why spending $20,000 on wellness can save your life and fortune. You've likely spent your career investing in assets that produce returns, companies, real estate, stocks, private equity. You've learned to evaluate ROI before putting a single dollar at risk. But let me ask you something most men never stop to calculate. What is the ROI of your health? Because without health, none of those other investments matter. The truth is, the most expensive decision you can make at 60, 65, or 70 is to do nothing. To assume that fatigue, brain fog, and restless nights are just normal aging. To ignore the creeping decline until one day, it becomes a full-blown health crisis. And that's when the bills hit. A single cardiac bypass? $150,000. Dementia care? $60,000 to $120,000 every year. Even one hospitalization can run $20,000 in less than a week. Meanwhile, research shows proactive, concierge-level healthcare can cut hospital admissions by up to 80%. That's the ROI of proactive health. And that's why today, I want to show you why spending $20,000 on wellness can not only save your life, but also protect the fortune and legacy you've worked a lifetime to build. The hidden cost of doing nothing. Most men don't realize that the silent killer isn't just heart disease or cancer. It's the slow, compounding cost of neglect. It starts subtle. You feel tired all the time. Your sleep gets patchy. You're lucky if you get 6 hours. You catch yourself forgetting names, losing your train of thought, or feeling like life has lost some of its color. You go to your doctor. He runs routine labs and says, "You're fine for your age." But you don't feel fine. And here's the dangerous part. That fatigue you normalize, that brain fog you dismiss, that restless sleep you tolerate, those are early warning signs of deeper dysfunction. Signs that your cardiovascular system, your hormones, your metabolism, or even your brain may be headed toward crisis. And by the time it becomes a full-blown medical event, the cost is astronomical. The loss of independence is devastating. And your family is left holding the emotional and financial burden. That is the hidden cost of doing nothing. Steve's story, from burnout to blueprint. Let me make this personal. When I exited my company after 25 years, I thought I had finally earned the freedom I worked so hard for. But instead of freedom, I ran into a wall. My energy was gone. I couldn't think clearly. Sleep became a nightly battle. And here's what shocked me the most. My doctor told me, everything looks fine. It's just aging. But I knew myself. I knew this wasn't just aging, it was decline. And I wasn't willing to accept decline as my new normal. So I did what I had done in business for decades. I looked for the root cause. I sought out the best data, the best experts, and I built a strategy. That journey became the blueprint for what is now Tiger Medical Institute. Because I discovered something powerful.
If you're a man over 60, let me ask you this. When was the last time you got a truly personalized look at your health? Not a rushed physical, not a "you're fine" from a 5-minute appointment. I mean real data, real insight into what's driving your energy, your sleep, your focus, and your future. That's exactly what the Tiger Health Assessment delivers. It's a concierge-level diagnostic experience designed specifically for high-performing men in this next season of life. You'll walk away with a complete health blueprint and a clear path to more energy, more clarity, and more years doing what you love. Visit tigerhealthassessment.com and take the first step toward your strongest chapter yet. Now back to the episode.
If you invest in your health with the same discipline you invested in your business, the ROI is extraordinary. The business case for health ROI. Let's break this down like a boardroom presentation. At first glance, $20,000 a year for a wellness program sounds steep, but compare it to the cost of illness, heart attack hospitalization, $100,000 to $250,000. Dementia care, $60,000 to $120,000 per year. Medications for diabetes, hypertension, reflux, easily $10,000 plus annually for life. Now factor in the hidden costs, the years of vitality lost, the missed golf trips, family vacations, or even business opportunities after exit. The burden placed on your spouse or children when independence slips away. When you add it up, the cost of neglect dwarfs the investment of proactive care. Now let's flip it. What does a $20,000 annual investment in wellness actually buy? It buys you clarity, so you know exactly where you stand, not just normal for your age. It buys you energy, so you can show up sharp, strong, and present. It buys you independence, so your family never has to make decisions for you. And ultimately, it buys you years of life lived at full capacity. In business, that's what we'd call a compounding return. The pain points men never talk about. When we researched what men over 60 were actually saying online, here's what we found. I'm tired all the time no matter what. 30 minutes in and my body just stops. I feel like my brain just changed. Life feels beige now. I don't want my kids making decisions for me. These aren't rare complaints. They are everywhere. Reddit, Quora, senior forums. The themes are the same. Fatigue that never lifts. Sleep that never restores. Brain fog that steals drive and joy. Doctors who dismiss concerns as just aging. And the deep, unspoken fear of losing independence. Let's be honest, that fear, that you'll end up a burden, that your family will remember you as frail instead of strong, is far more terrifying than writing a $20,000 check for wellness. Because one is guaranteed decline. The other is proactive defense. Tiger's proactive solution. So what does proactive defense look like? It starts simple. Step 1, the Tiger Health Assessment, $497, advanced biomarker lab panels. A one-on-one consult with a Tiger Health professional. A personalized roadmap, not a prescription pad. It's the first step, the baseline. From there, for men who are ready to fully invest in their health asset. Step 2, the Tiger Activate Longevity Program, $19,997 per year, year-round physician oversight. Advanced lab testing and retesting. Monthly coaching to keep you accountable. Wearable tech like Aura and HeartMath to track sleep, stress, recovery. Continuous data-driven adjustments to keep you optimized. This isn't a trend. It's not a pill. It's a strategic, concierge-level process to reclaim and extend vitality. And here's what real men are saying. I no longer need my reflux medicine or CPAP. I paid for the entire program in the first 90 days. Dr. Walter Hunt, I sleep better, think better, and I'm more patient with my family. The only regret I have is not starting sooner. Dr. Lee Brown, this isn't a cost, it's an investment. And it's the best one I've made since selling my company. Bob Nugent, they're men just like you, disciplined, successful, and unwilling to accept decline as their new normal. The vision close. You didn't exit your business to decline. You exited to thrive, to enjoy your wealth, to pour into your family, to live with clarity, energy, and independence. The ROI of proactive health is simple: fewer hospitalizations, lower medication bills, more vibrant years with the people who matter most. A $20,000 investment in health today can save you millions tomorrow, financially and emotionally. But beyond money, it secures something priceless: the ability to write your next chapter with strength, clarity, and legacy. So here's the call to action. Start with clarity. Take the Tiger Health Assessment today at tigermedicalinstitute.com because you mastered your business. Now it's time to master your health. And your next decade deserves more than guesswork.
If today's conversation sparked something in you, share it with a fellow founder, leader, or friend who's navigating life after the exit. And if you're ready to design your next chapter with clarity, health, and purpose, this is just the beginning. Subscribe now, leave a review, And be sure to tune in next week as we explore what it means to thrive when the business card is gone. Until then, keep building a life that matters.